Good morning, Sapulpa.
I didn't get the keys this time.
It's hard to do.
It is
After
'cause I have to,
years of saying our name, I
yeah.
have to remember not to do that.
Well, you paused for a long time, and so I was waiting, and then
I was remembering to do
all right,
slow this
it's good.
morning. So,
It's
what?
Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. It is. It's a pretty nice Monday out there, though.
Yeah,
The
the
weather's
weather's
nice and
nice.
everything. Yeah. Spent quite a bit of time over outside this weekend, I think. I did. Did you?
No.
Not at all? No? It's too bad.
I mean, I did a lot of shopping this weekend, actually.
Do
So,
any of it local?
mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I bought like Hudson got school shoes, and I mean, I did school supply shopping local. That was at Walmart.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Suppose that counts.
yeah.
Speaking of local shopping, have you seen the new Isabella's?
I have not gotten to go yet.
Okay. Or maybe you can just walk by on your way out of here or something. So I'm kind of torn on it. I don't know how to feel. I guess I understand because it's the next holiday,
Hmm.
but she's got ghosts and things like that in the windows. And I mean, we're just moving full. It's August 4th and we're in Halloween mode.
Oh my goodness.
That's what people are
Well,
doing.
see, and I don't really decorate or like go all crazy for Halloween. So I don't know. I'm sure it looks cute.
Yeah, it does. It
Okay.
does look very nice. And I actually met the lady from Amy from Birch Designs.
Okay.
Saw her yesterday just by chance, and she told me that she's going to be rebranding, and I guess they're maybe expanding their presence in the store and everything as well. So
Okay.
it should be pretty cool to see some of the other changes that are happening in Isabella's for sure. Um, Aside from that, okay, so I have, darn it, my notes are hidden behind my fat face. Okay, there we go. Um, so the countdown there, for those of you who saw it, was the back to school batch, which looked like it was a fantastic turnout.
Yeah.
Lots of people for that. That was awesome. The Trying to remember how many vendors they said they have. Do you remember? It was a lot though. And I saw a comment on the video that the Sapulpa School did like a 30-minute live on that or something. Comments were saying that they really appreciated how nice and spread out it was. It was really good. It looked like they took like a good chunk of the block that they were on.
Yeah, I think they took the street and like both parking lots.
The street and both parking and the street. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I drove by on the way to the coffee shop that morning, and yeah, it was, I mean,
Hmm.
parking all up and down the street is very, very crowded. It was nice to
That's
see.
awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So thanks for doing that. Looks like a lot of people made good use of the back to school bash. So hopefully you got to attend that, and if not, better luck next year, I guess. I don't know. I do have a happy birthday to say, and we're not in the habit of doing these very much anymore. I feel bad about that. I should probably get back into that. But today I didn't want to miss it because it's a good friend of mine that I've only met once.
Oh, okay.
Lawrence Wilson, do you know who this is?
No.
He is a lifelong, well, maybe not lifelong, but very long time Sapulpa resident
Okay.
and is largely responsible for most of the content that happens on the Do You Remember Sapulpa Facebook group now that Sapulpa Times
Okay.
manages. But he's been around long enough to remember Sapulpa like back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Talks about Butler Cullen's glass a lot.
Okay.
Will show us pictures of stuff that he has from BC Glass, from the Sapulpa Ice House. I mean, these businesses that haven't been a part of Sapulpa for well over 50 years, and he remembers them and writes about them and talks about them. So it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Lawrence. I hope it's a good one for you. And I want to extend an invitation to those of you who are interested in Sapulpa history, especially. Go ahead and give that group a join. You do have to be manually added by one of us. We don't let just anybody join this group because it's pretty exclusive and there's a lot of spam if we if we let it get too
Yeah.
crazy. Everybody and their brother wants to clean your events
Yeah.
your air ducts, or they're starting a car washing service,
Okay.
and they want you to support them. Not the scammy thing, not the types of scams that I expected to see.
Right. I saw one recently about people power washing driveways.
That was the scam.
Hmm.
Oh, dude, I got to cancel that appointment then.
Oh, no, I know there's a few people that like actually do that and it's awesome, but yeah, no, there's some schemes out
I
there
don't know.
right
I'm
now.
gonna have to dig into like why they use those particular types of professions to
Hmm.
scam people. It's like, what is the how did that work? Is it because it's an appointment based thing or something?
Probably.
Yeah. And then they get your money ahead of time and then
And
they
they don't
ghost you.
show up.
They don't show up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd like to say happy birthday, Lawrence. Thanks for keeping the Do You Remember Sapulpa group with some worthwhile content, not just spam. Okay, so the main thing that we are talking about today for the show is this new bell-to-bell cell phone policy that's
Okay.
happening. So have you seen this? And I'm assuming that Lone Star is also they also have a policy like this.
Yeah, they already had it.
Okay.
So Lone Star's actually used this same policy, no phones, bell to bell. I mean, Hudson will be there. This is his third year and it's been that way.
Okay. And is it the same kind of policy where it's no cell phone usage in any form during class times? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so their
The-
rules are phones off in your locker during the day. So you can have your phone um when the last bell rings, and I don't even know that they allow them in the building even after the bells.
What do you do with them? You leave them at home?
No, like I'm saying like once you walk in the front door, it goes in your backpack and then you put it in your locker.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
then same thing like after school. You can pull it out of your locker to take it outside, but you can't use it in the hallway.
Okay. That's I think that's a little more strict than the policy that Sapulpa is putting into place. They are, I mean, I think that you are still allowed to carry them on your person, but you better not have it out during class time, bell to bell, from bell to bell.
I feel like that was the rule when I was there. But when I was there, you couldn't even have it. Like if it was in your back pocket, they would take it.
That's not the case anymore.
Okay.
No, because people are even asking, and that's part of why we're talking about this, is because the people are saying, well, what if there's a school shooting or a medical episode or something like that? And there are exceptions to the policy for Sapulpa schools, which that would be two of the three. The third one is a natural disaster.
Okay.
So, you know, we're gonna have to go back to the days of like praying for an earthquake when we've got that test that we really don't
Oh
want
yeah.
to take.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I was in school, I remember they could be in our backpacks. They just had to be off.
Okay.
But yeah, you couldn't keep it in your back pocket or you couldn't have it on you.
You could have it in your backpack though.
Hmm.
Of course, okay, so I don't know. When did you graduate?
13.
Yeah, okay. So I graduated like a full 12 years before you.
Yeah.
That would be,
So cell
I,
phones probably weren't a
I
big
don't,
deal.
well, no. Okay, that was nicer than what I thought you were going to
Oh
be,
no,
at least.
that's what I'm saying. Cell phones probably were not a big deal. Like there probably wasn't. Probably everyone didn't have one,
We
did
didn't
they?
have, yeah, that was part of it. Like
Yeah.
most of us who drove had one, but no, there was no such thing as a smartphone at that
Right.
time. They were all, your Nokia brick phones that could withstand you running over it with a car.
Right.
But there wasn't that much of a distraction to be there. And that was also, by the way, when we used to pay for ringtones.
Mm.
And the coolest feature on your phone was that it lit up. You had a case on it or something that lit up, which used to freak me out real bad when I was driving and my girlfriend, not my wife, but she used to have a phone that lit up and she would be on the phone talking. It would light up while she was talking. We were in the car and I would think I was getting pulled over
Oh yeah.
because it was lighting up and I could see it in my mirror. It freaked me out every time.
Yeah.
So glad that that's not a thing anymore.
No.
But
Well,
could you
now
imagine paying for ringtones?
I had a phone at that point
Did you?
when you had to pay for ringtones, or you would just like record it.
Yeah, recorded off the radio or something.
So then you could set it as your ringtone.
Yep.
Yep.
Then you had a different ringtone for
Hmm.
every like contact or like your important contact.
Yep.
Like your dad calls you and it's like this ominous kind of Darth Vader type
Yeah. But
ringtone.
yeah, that was still a thing when I got a phone.
Okay.
And I didn't have a smartphone as my first phone.
You didn't. Okay.
No, I had this little, it was called a Rave. I think it was a Nokia Rave and had an antenna.
Was it a flip phone?
Nope,
That was a Razor.
that
I
was the
think.
Razor.
Okay. And it had an antenna?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you're a little more old school than I give you credit for there,
Well,
Lucy.
you have to remember that my dad is probably as old as your dad.
I think your dad's older than my dad.
Oh, okay.
We talked about
So there you
that.
go. So I was raised with much older siblings. And so, yeah.
So was your phone, or did you get a hand-me-down phone from one of your older siblings?
No, I got a phone.
Okay,
Hmm.
your own phone.
Hmm.
So was that in lieu of, this is going longer than I thought it
Yeah.
would, guys. Was that in lieu of getting like your own landline at home? Did you just have a cell phone, or did you have? Because it seems like it's the teenage girl always gets her own phone line.
Yeah, we had a landline, but we only had one.
One landline at home.
Hmm.
Not you didn't have your own. Okay.
Mm.
Did you have a cell phone instead of having your own landline?
Yeah, I didn't know my own landline was a thing. That I did not know.
Okay.
So yeah, I had a cell phone.
Okay. That's going back even further, I guess. Maybe if you were a child of the 80s or something, you would have had
Yeah.
your own
No.
phone line with the cord that like reached into your room or something and
Yeah.
then got all tangled.
No,
Good
we
times.
did have a family phone or landline, and it was in the den. And so I remember like waiting for it to ring so that way I could answer it first.
You guys would rush to be the first one to answer the phone?
Hmm.
Yeah. That's is that something you're explaining to your kid these days? Is like when I was your age, we like ran to get to the phone when it rang because there was no answering machine or caller ID.
No, we haven't really talked about it.
That'll be one of those things you
Hmm.
probably have to explain to them. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you were eager to get to the phone. When somebody called, it was like
Yeah.
it was
You didn't know who
surprise.
called.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
It's like a little surprise every time. It's like
Yeah.
somebody randomly showing up at your door, which is also a thing that doesn't happen anymore.
No.
Okay, so the Build-A-Bill cell phone policy kicks into effect this year for the first time. By the way, for those of you who are wondering why this is coming along now, so public schools has always had something of a cell phone policy. This particular policy is coming into place in order to comply with the new Senate bill that got signed and went into effect in May, I believe. And but it sounds like Lone Star has been ahead of the game on this, so you guys have
Yeah.
had it for quite a while. But anyway, so yeah, there will be no cell phones allowed during class time from bell to bell, with those exceptions being medical episode, if there is a lockdown, or if there is a natural disaster of some kind. And if you have any other questions, we want to point you towards the school to give them a call about that. We also had the full statement that they released on the article on sapulpatime.com with the story that we put out yesterday, I think, early over the weekend. So, okay, as far as normally we talk about events on Wednesday, but you just clued me into one that I think we ought to talk about now because it's coming up in 3 days. I want to give people enough time to do what they got to do. But this alumni volleyball game.
Yeah, so every year the Sapulpa High School varsity volleyball team invites their alumni back to come and play against them to see if the alumni still have it or not. And so this year, this is going to be on August 7th. It'll be at the Chieftain Center. It starts at 5:30.
Um,
Doors open at 5.
Doors open at 5:30. Game starts at 6.
Okay, perfect. And so tickets are $10. You can reach out to any volleyball player to get those tickets. If you don't know a volleyball player, you can reach out to me and I can get you in touch with one. If you are a student of the high school and you have a student ID, you are free. But they will have raffles and concessions, and it's always a great time. So if you have nothing going on, or even if you do cancel it, on August 7th, they will have the alumni game.
Yeah. I've been to a couple of these. They are fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's always fun to watch alumni um, play the current
Hmm.
class. Because I think the current class tends to go into it thinking that they're going to beat the old fogies or whatever,
Hmm.
even if they just graduated like last year.
Right.
And it's not always the case.
Mm-mm.
So, in fact, I think the one that I was at most recently, I think the alumni won that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, and you're not playing?
No.
Do you ever play?
No.
Why not? You are a volleyball kid, right? You
Yeah,
played
I
volleyball in
was.
high school.
But yeah, a little bit of high school. I didn't do it my senior year.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Well, and now you've been out of school for so long.
I know. So long. But no, usually it just kind of falls on a random day. Like this year, I'll be out of town.
Yeah, it's on Thursday, right?
Yep.
So, okay, cool. Well, if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, be sure to get your tickets, reach out to your favorite volleyball player. Um, and probably one of the alumni would also be able to hook you up. I
Yeah.
would imagine one of the ones that's playing, except for Lucy.
Yeah. I mean, I can still hook you
She
up.
could
I just
still do
won't
it.
be there.
Yeah, she could. So, okay. So that is all we've got for the show today, guys. Thanks for tuning into the Time Loop Live. We'll see you again on Wednesday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Monday, everybody. Bye
Bye.
bye.